What the heck? I went out for to get my quick coffee before I started a stream, and you guys are already going crazy out there. What's going on over here? Okay, I got it. Amp came in with the deadlifts and the bicep curls. Finn got the first. Axel has popcorn. Amp, thank you for the check-in as well. Finn with the self-care and then push-ups. Don't forget the push-ups. thank you as well, Zerk, for checking in. And the more deadlifts I see, and thank you for the 5 stream streak, Finn. Okay, I clearly missed some stuff while I went to go get my coffee. We're gonna go exercise in a second, but I do want to say, hey guys, I'm back. It's been 5 ever, aside from the mysterious Friday that occurred last week. That was I had no choice. I was still dead to the world, but I was like, you know what? I want to stream prog, so I'll consider today to be the first day that I'm properly back. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. I'm feeling a little bit better compared to how I was over the last week, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing well too. Welcome into Amp, Axel, Finn, and Zerk. And anybody else who's lurking. I will do the exercises now. It wouldn't be a stream of mine if I wasn't getting spammed with exercises, am I right? Let's go. Alright. Let's get those started then. 2 lots of 10 deadlifts. Oh, I want to test if my new redeem is working. Yes, it is working. I have a warning for you guys. I did do something. You may have noticed all of my redeems that are themed around throwables and exercises are now one color. Hey, I see we've tested out my throwing. Yes, that's cool. But they are all one color and grouped together. Not for the throwing redeems, but for at least specifically for the exercise ones. Specifically for the exercise ones, I did put in a new thing there for the first people who redeemed from them for the stream. I think we had one stream where it was happening so much that it was kind of interrupting stuff, so I have made it so it gradually gets a little bit more expensive every time you use it. I hope that's okay. But yeah. I kind of did need it for my sanity. Kind of intrigued by Evercold. Might start booting up my account again. Do it! We're all coming back. We are all coming back. Alright. Let's get the exercise started. I guess more of them are coming. Help. Okay. That is currently 20 deadlifts. Cool. Oh. I discovered problem number 1 of my new setup for today. Fix this. Okay. Problem solved. I can now move again. My weights are on the rack still. No! I knew I forgot something. Okay. Deadlifts. Let's go. 20. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. All right. Bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And I think there were just push-ups and the self-care left. Oh, and the donkey kicks, my bad. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And donkey kicks. Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Me come back in here. Oh, you guys. Wouldn't be a Remy stream if it didn't start with the exercise hazing, am I right? Nah, it's okay. Okay. What else was there in here? Want to make sure I take care of all of these.
This is the sonorous war cry.
Are you mad?
Of
Am I
a
wrong?
very angry frog.
Am I wrong?
Ferocious.
Okay, I just had to stretch and breathe, but no hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate myself. Hold up. I think I'm a little dehydrated. I need to drink more water. I haven't been drinking enough water recently. Okay. Okay, let's stretch. And breathe in and out with me 3 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. We did it. We did the self-care. Excuse me, drinking coffee. Hey, this is only my 2nd cup of coffee today and my 1st bottle of water. But to be fair, I downed an entire bottle of water before I fell asleep last night. Like, literally, I was in bed. I refilled it, got into bed, and just immediately chugged the entire water bottle. But then I couldn't pass out, so that was fine. I know, I used to do good about that when I was, actively on the diet that I was on. But I've kind of gotten a little bit lax. I still do drink my water. I just usually like end up drinking like 1 bottle a day, which is not really enough, but I think 1 is better than nothing. Let's try to get back to 2 again, of course, but yeah, it has been a little while. It's been a couple of weeks aside from Friday. I think the last time I streamed was like, was it the 19th? I don't remember. Let me see. I'm gonna check. April 18th. It's been a little bit. Oh god, sorry guys. But yeah, it has indeed been a little while, and there has been a reason for it. For anybody who plays Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMO. Including the award-winning Heaven's Ward, the, I don't know what they say for Stormblood, but Stormblood's there. And now, if you watch the keynote, the fan favorite expansion Shadowbringers, hint, play it. For anybody who was there, there was Fanfest, which is a very, very big, important event for us Final Fantasy XIV players, where there's an entire convention. At the convention, they announce things about the next expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. They usually hold 3 of them in preparation for the expansion, 1 in NA, 1 in EU, and 1 in JP. Yeah, I did stream Criterion last week. I was just like, I'm not officially back. Aside from that stream, I hadn't streamed since April 18th. So, I had meant to do an I'm back stream before I did that stream, but I failed. Because I was so dead. But you know what? It's because we had a lot of experiences, and that's actually kind of what I'm here to talk about today. I have done a lot in the past, like, week, 2 weeks. Even leading up to all of FanFest, there was a lot of my time that was spent prepping for it. Darian and I kind of go crazy when we're doing FanFest stuff, and really prepping for anything in general. Like, she'll have an idea, and I'll be like, can we get a spreadsheet for it? What if we got a spreadsheet out? And then she'll be like, fine, we can get a spreadsheet out. And so I do it. And we have, like, every single time we've done FanFest, which this is the second time that I've been to FanFest, I've pulled out, like, this massive spreadsheet, all my formulas and everything. And we've done a lot of prep. This year, we even made a Google Slides presentation, which is like PowerPoint, which was kind of funny. So what ended up happening with that, we had 10 of us that went to FanFest this year, and we got an Airbnb to accommodate all of us. It wasn't too far from Anaheim, which was great because I think for anybody who didn't get Final Fantasy XIV FanFest tickets, they were able to go to Disneyland or Universal Studio or Knott's Berry Farm and just a whole bunch of theme parks nearby. And some of them even stopped by the convention as well, throughout, even though they didn't have the tickets. So it was a fun time for everybody involved. I mean, when did I leave exactly? Me bringing up my calendar. Okay, so we had the Airbnb planned, and we were actually there from like Thursday till Tuesday, from like the 23rd to the 28th. So it was quite a reasonable amount of time. Like, I think it was a good amount of time that we spent there. The only thing I can say for that is that the first day was kind of a rush, but I will get into that in a second. So yeah, after that weekend and when I boarded the plane, from there, that day was like, the flight itself was nice. I didn't have any sort of problems whatsoever. I think Audra and I ended up in different flight seats and everything. He was in front of me. He actually got like a Final Fantasy XIV player in the seat next to him. And I could hear them talking about like the Savage tier and all sorts of things. Like, hey, what do you do in 14? Hey, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm sitting next to 2 normies. Damn. I wish I had a fellow nerd to talk to, but it's okay. I got on my Switch and I played a game. And yeah, we got through it. It was quite an uneventful flight. It went well. And then we had to gather up the troops. Darian took one car of people earlier, and I picked up a rental van, and I had to gather my side of the troops, which was Dorn, and Axel, and Dark, and Audra and me, of course. And yeah, it took me a minute to figure out where we were all meeting up, but because I think Dorn arrived first, but we did find a place to all meet up, and I was like, yeah, Axel, do you remember, I was like, I don't know, I have an idea of what Axel may look like, but I don't know for sure. Let's go find Axel. And then I just see a person, and I'm like, it's gonna be really awkward if this isn't Axel. Hello, are you Axel? And thank God it was Axel, because if it wasn't, I was about to embarrass myself. But yeah, we picked up the Axel. We picked up the rental van. I think Dark's flight was a little bit late. But we were able to pick him up as well. I may have scared people because I thought that... I think that I didn't realize I had to do an entire turnaround. And now I wonder if the people in the car were like, "Damn, Remy, you could have parked a lot sooner." But yeah, we picked everybody up in the rental van, and then we had to rush for day one because we had reservations to go to round one, which for anybody who doesn't know is like this arcade slash bowling alley slash karaoke event, basically kind of a big event station. So we had a reservation to do that like not long after we got there, and I was like, oh shit, we better hurry up. So we drove to the Airbnb, we dropped everything off, we went to go get the Fanfest tickets, and we got a little bit lost in the lead up to that. But we did pick up our Fanfest wrist badges. They were like wrist strap things, which you needed to wear throughout the weekend. We picked those up, and then we couldn't find Audra. We left him to kind of... I picked up his wristband, and he kind of drove around and couldn't find us. We couldn't find him. And then by the time we got to round one, it ended up being like an hour in, and I'm like, oh man. So if I have any regret, like one regret about that trip, I think we needed to leave a day earlier than we did. But the rest of it was great. I will just say Fanfest as a whole and that trip was great, and I had such an amazing time and getting to hang out with friends and meet online friends that I hadn't met before. It was a great experience. I did want to say... Oh, yeah! One thing I didn't want to mention. This has nothing to do with anything, but I was kind of hobbling the entire week. A little bit for part of it. I say for a little for part of it. It got better. But I wore the wrong shoes. And so by the time we were rushing from the Airbnb to like the badges, all of my travel to Anaheim, I had worn the wrong shoes and socks. And while we were in round one, by that point, I had so many like blisters around my ankles. I was hobbling like I was 85 years old and needed a cane. It was terrible. And we're like, I was like, guys, I don't know how I'm about to do FanFest because I can't walk. It was a bad, like, I made a mistake. I had these new Converse that I got for my birthday last year, but I hadn't worn them yet. I was saving them for like an occasion, and I was like, damn, I want to wear my cool new Converse. And I had brought ankle length, like, like those low-rise socks that kind of don't go above your ankles. Yeah, that was a mistake. I didn't think they would be the wrong socks. Usually you wear short, like that type of sock with Converse. But apparently the answer was no. So I was hobbling everywhere, and I couldn't make my way around the actual arcade itself to actually enjoy anything much for very long, in addition to only having the 2 hours. So that was my bad. When we got to the we were about to go back to the Airbnb, and then I think I had to tell Darian, I was like, she's like, I'm tired, and I like, can we skip getting food? I'm like, no, we must get groceries. We will starve if we don't get groceries for FanFest. So she went to go get groceries, and Blade and Audra were like, we need to get Remy socks, or else like Remy's not gonna be actually walking around FanFest or like going to FanFest. So they got me like an entire like 10-pack of long socks that I wore underneath of my shoes, and I didn't wear my Converse for the entire rest of the convention. I'll get to wear them at some point, I swear, but like, it was for the best. I was mostly okay for the rest of the convention. The long socks did do the trick. I was able to walk around. Yeah, I didn't get blister band-aids, but it's okay. I think the long socks were mostly enough. But so I was able to walk around. It's just that towards the end of the day, I didn't tell anyone, but I was like beginning to struggle to walk towards the end of each day, but I didn't tell anyone because I was like, you know what? I got what I like. The long socks were enough. I don't really want to hold anybody up because of minor discomfort. So, but I was okay. I made it through FanFest. How did Remy die? Wearing the wrong shoes. Never wear the wrong shoes on a trip. Make sure any shoes that you take on a trip are shoes that you know will be comfortable, because otherwise you'll end up 85 cane hobbling. Like, I didn't know Remy wasn't of the silent generation. I didn't know Remy was part of a nursing home and just came out for this trip. That's basically what what it kind of felt like. Yeah, my feet fell off. Joke's on you, that's all shoes. Oh no! Do all of your shoes chafe on your feet? It's not a good feeling. Man. But yeah, so the next day we got up pretty early. Not extremely early. I know some people lined up for FanFest at 3 a.m., which that couldn't be me. But we did get up around, I think, 5:45 a.m. and we're in line by around 7-ish, which was still early enough that the keynote didn't start till 10, like, and the doors didn't open till 9. So we still had 2 hours before doors opened, but it was enough that we were able to get seats, and they were pretty okay, which was the main thing. I think I shared where I was for the keynote in a different Discord. Let me double check. No, I think I shared it. I think I shared it here. Let me pull it up for you guys. So I think I had a pretty decent spot. Did I actually post it in my stream Discord? I don't know if I did. The ones that are soft enough to not cause blisters that way somehow always end up literally burning into your souls? What the? What do you mean burning? Like, what sort of material are you wearing? Like, it's not even that hot in Germany. Why are they burning? Is everything okay? Solution, learn to levitate? Apparently. Oh, man. Let me check something. I swear to God, I put this in here. Did I put it in my static chat? I might have put it in my static chat because I was sharing with them. Okay. Yeah. I think I do have it here. Let me just open this up and then save it. And I think maybe I should be able to share it that way. Okay, let me add this in here. Would it be media source? I could try media source and see if that... And just see if I can make a test video out of that. We don't want to loop it. You know, there is a problem because I just saved this video and I don't know, it was saved as an image file. What the hell? Mysterious file. Let me see if that works. Okay, yeah. You kind of see it there. This was where we were at for the keynote. It is a jump scare. Okay. Yeah, that's where we were at for the keynote. So we had a pretty decent view. Was that loud? I didn't hear any audio with it, so maybe you guys got loud audio. And I just got silence, blissful silence. Um, you had audio? I'm so sorry. I didn't hear anything. This is most unfortunate. I'm sorry, guys. I just jump scared chat and didn't have to suffer the consequences of my own actions. Yeah, it was Honeybee. Okay, good. Sorry for the jump scare. But yeah, we had pretty decent seats for the keynote. Even though we got in at 7, so it really wasn't that bad. And then the trailer actually started. For anybody that missed it, I feel like I should play the trailer. So I guess if anybody doesn't want to see the trailer for it, I think now is a better time than any to play it because it was pretty hype, and then I can talk about it as well. Is that already 12 days ago? Time is going by so fast, dude. Tomorrow. Tomorrow? What do you mean tomorrow? What do you mean, Finn? Okay, let me double check that this isn't muted. It is muted. Great. Okay. Let me full screen this shit. No, I don't need a full screen. It's fine. Browser. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. For the trailer, I mostly we saw the visuals. I'm gonna say this for those of us who were actually in the crowd for the keynote. We saw the trailer, but there was like a sound balance issue with a lot of throughout the entire convention really. And so it made everything super bass boosted, and so I couldn't really hear what the grandma in the trailer was saying. Because it was like she was like, "My child, like would you? I'll tell you a story." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't hear what she's saying, Grandma. Grandma, you need to turn down the bass, Grandma." Yeah. Yeah, whatever they did, they just bass boosted the shit out of the trailer, and it was hard to actually tell what was being said or like what a lot of the noises were. But we can still play it, and maybe I'll catch more of it this time too, at least the audio. But yeah, I'm gonna play the trailer real quick because this is quite relevant. Because none of y'all could be heard in the stream. We two heard it sound funky. It was funky, I guess, for everybody then, for both you guys and us. But yeah, here's trailer. If anybody needs to turn away because they haven't reached Evercold, I understand. But yeah. The little Darien face emoji on the trailer is kind of funny, to be honest. Just throw random emojis on it. Yeah, it's the Canada trailer. Exactly. It had already started during the keynote. That's crazy, Axel. Everybody was like, whoa, and this was happening in the crowd. An Estinian coming in with a steel chair / leg. Is this what it's like to be in Canada during, like, any time that's not the summer? Yeah, she's one of those lizards. Okay. So yeah. Zerk, I haven't seen an aura for like 3. Yeah, aura is technically, it's spelled with a space. So there, it's like this. But yeah, so that's part 1 of the trailer. Basically, the way it's gonna work is that at EU Fanfest, they're going to release a little bit more of the trailer because that's only one small piece of it. And then that'll reveal a little bit more of what's going on. And then during JP FanFest, which is the last FanFest before the expansion actually releases, the plan for that is January, by the way, next year. And I think JP FanFest is in December. That is when they will release the full trailer with everything in it, including the full song, yeah, and the benchmark as well. So I think we have a lot to look forward to with that. There were many, many, many Canada memes that came out immediately after there. They're like, we're going to Canada. Yippee, Canada. And also because the logo was a little bit maple leaf shaped. I saw all sorts of things. Canada, Ever Canada. It was very much memed upon. Yes, the evolve mode jobs. My hope, I will get to that in a second, but my hope is that they do they reveal a few more during the EU FanFest, and then even more, like maybe the rest of them during JP FanFest. That way people have more of an idea of what to expect, particularly for casters, because they haven't done evolved for casters yet. But yeah, I will get to that. Also, Axel, if I had known that your migraine had started during the keynote, I would have given you the Excedrin earlier. I'm so sorry. Ah. Evolve jobs, yes. I will get to that in a second because that is actually the biggest source of controversy about this expansion. But yeah. Yeah, that keynote happened. Everybody was in great spirits. Everything was really swell. I think everybody is very excited about going to another shard. They've done that before in the Final Fantasy XIV story, and that was for Shadowbringers. And you know what? Everybody loved the hell out of it. They seem to be very good at doing like isekai type stories in a way. I don't really consider that a true isekai because it's still all fantasy thing, but yeah. I mean, I'm the one who didn't say anything about it. I was hoping to find that finding coffee would be enough, but that took longer than expected. I know, there was like, it was, I mean, to be fair, the lines were not as bad this year. I will say after the I'll get to that after the keynote, but the lines were not as bad this year, which was nice. They were actually food options, so people were not all crowded around 1 to 2 trucks, which was nice. So there was coffee and stuff. You just had to you had to locate it among like the swath of the crowds. But yeah, there was a lot of cheering for that, and everybody was in good spirits and excited. This expansion, it looks to be, is going to be a lot more about kind of upgrading old systems, which they are very in due for. There's a lot about Final Fantasy XIV that feels like it's from a very early 2000s MMO, and so I think a lot of us are all very excited to finally see that change. I have a lot of things in particular that I would like to see changed myself, at least about the menus, the UI, and stuff. So, and that seems to be what they're doing. They're changing the tome systems for anybody who does current on-level content. That's a source of pain that a lot of us have. So they're fixing that up to make it less of a pain. They're changing from a daily system to a weekly system to kind of give people more flexibility on when they want to do all their stuff, so they don't have to log in every day. You can just log in once a week to do your stuff. Or like a couple times a week to do your stuff. Just whatever feels better for you. I know a lot of people were excited about that. The level sync got a huge excited cheer for. They're doing basically, once you have leveled a oh god, what was it? My brain's not working. The level sync I remember was a huge deal. It had to do with gear. Yes, it was the gear. Once you have your max level gear for a job, you will not need to get that gear multiple times. And I know a lot of people were that like the character creation changes were big, Finn, but like that level sync thing like made everybody cheer really loud, because like imagine you get like your warrior geared up, and then somebody's like, "Oh, we don't need a warrior. We need like a sage." Well, damn, I don't have healer gear. Guess I can't help. And they have fixed that, so if you have, it'll like whatever gear you have will match whatever your main job is. So everybody is extremely excited about that. But yes, another thing, just to get on to what Finn said, another thing that people did cheer for was that the character creation, instead of having a few like colors to choose from, is going to have a color picker instead. I know a lot of people are excited about that too. Unless you really want to optimize your non-main jobs with melds and stuff. Yeah. It's funny because I understand why that's huge, but I haven't even geared my main this time. See, I would love that myself, because I would like it so if I do Savage, I don't have to farm for like side gear, you know? Also, thank you for checking in, Mochi. And hi Flux, how's it going? Yes, it is huge. It is much huger than chicken nuggies. You know, it's like chicken nuggies like with the ranch with the ranch dressing. If I run AAC12N, Oh, you're talking about M12. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second. But yeah, no, like Finn, if you do the extreme, you can get a weapon. Winky face. Oh my god, this cat is losing his mind. Okay. But yeah, so yes, there might be beards, Zerk. I think they're doing a lot of changes. We might finally have more face options. I don't know how much that will mean for beards, but I think we're supposed to get more face options as well now, finally. But they haven't gotten much into that yet. Yeah, but I only need one more blade. Yeah, but you could also do the extreme, right, Finn? Do the extreme. Do the extreme. Extreme. But yeah, so that was the character creation changes, the quality of life things they've been talking about were huge, including the level sync. The the most controversial thing, and I think unfortunately, the unfortunate thing is they announced this and it immediately sent everybody into panic mode, and not a single person cheered, not even one. Is that they announced evolved mode, which you guys already were chatting a little bit about. What that is they're changing the entire combat system of Final Fantasy XIV, which is understandable, but people would be scared about it. I'm scared about it. I'm gonna choose to have cautious optimism, but I am scared about it as well because it changes how you play the game at a fundamental level. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep both systems for now. I guess at some point they're gonna have a reborn mode, which is basically you can play the game the way that it is currently designed. And then they're going to have an evolved mode, which is going to be a different system entirely. Which they did is basically just kind of consolidate skills, make it so there are less skills on your skill bar in total. It isn't going to be like full Dark Souls mode, but I think the goal is to try to modernize the system and kind of reduce the button bloat. There's some things that they did in the I will say nobody cheered. Everybody was like, what the fuck does this mean? Why are you changing my system that I've been playing for 10 years? Why are you doing this? And they're like, it's okay. We're going to have a game dev panel at 2 p.m. later today. If you're worried, come to that panel. And everybody shows up to that panel with their freaking notepads like, oh, please, dear God. And they did an entire kind of showcase of 4 jobs, which was a tank job, a healer job, and a melee job, and a fizz range job. One of which was mine. I don't know if they're going to do half the changes, how many of the changes that they're making are going to actually land in the X pack. But yeah, same cautiously optimistic, but still excited because fewer buttons is going to be real nice on controller, especially. Yeah, I think particularly for controller players, like you're kind of working with limited real estate anyway, right? So the button bloat was kind of getting to the edge of possibility for PlayStation player, like controllers, like controller players, PlayStation or PC, you know? I believe they said their goal is to have no more than 16 keys. Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, they are reducing it. They're making it so as well, you don't get your levels, like you should have all of your actions by level 50. Which will be nice. Because I will be honest, as a longtime player of this game, lower level dungeons, I can see why people get bored of the system so quickly because you have like 3 buttons. You have like 3 buttons until you have, well, until you hit like level 60 maybe. So I can see why new players get bored of the game and system. 4 times I grinded to level 50 doing lower level dungeons. Yeah, and you get like 3 buttons, right? But they've made it so you should have your entire full kit by level 50 for the new system. And the hope is that it should feel more dynamic. I know for a Dragoon, they are taking away the big controversial thing is that they're taking away all 2-minute buffs. So no longer is there going to be like this kind of buff thing, like this buff meta. Instead, everybody's going to be playing individually, with maybe like 1 or 2 exceptions. I know for my job, which was a buff class, that buff is going to be gone, of course, and it will have right and left flank positionals, which previously you just have like rear and flank. So you hit them on the side and on the back, and now you have a right and left flank, which I think should be funny. I think people are like, no, that's going to make it so hard. That's the point. I actually am excited for right and left flank. Thank you very much. But yeah, your starboard and larboard positionals, exactly. Yeah, PTSD was very, very hand-holding. I know. I'm really sorry. It's so hard to get people into this game because of, I think, how hand-holdy it is at low levels. And how they have to kind of spread out learning, like, your entire kit over 100 levels instead of just 50, like the original base game had. Realistically, on controller, you can do up to 48 buttons somewhat comfortably, but only 16 of those are, like, your main crosshair bars. Okay. Yeah, I have never learned how to play this game on controller, and like I told you this before, Axel when we were hanging out, but like it's impressive that you can do that because I can't even imagine doing that. I live for my MMO mouse. Let me drink my coffee real quick. Ah. But yeah, that's a huge change, and people are very nervous about it. I'm nervous, but I'm choosing to be optimistic because the person who did that is did a very good job from what I understand because I don't play PvP, but on the PvP stuff. So my hope is that it still is good. I kind of showed you the B&B, but it was a very quick showcase. Yeah. I think I understand the concept of it. It just, I can't wrap my hands, like, my hands around, like, my mind. I can't wrap my mind around, like, doing that for hardcore rating. Like, that's crazy to me. But yeah, so that was, like, a big thing. I think in terms of some wish list items that I have, I think the biggest one that I have, which I've been very vocal about, but, I hope that they update the friends list. I hope that they let you have more friends. And I hope that they kind of innovate it so it doesn't take like 20 seconds to load and it's not like from 1995. That's my hope that they do with Evercold, since this is kind of the modernize the MMO expansion. So if you can't wrap your hands around it, you must need a smaller controller. No, I can wrap my hands around it. I swear. Damn it. Malapropisms. Okay. But yeah, so the keynote was like that entire day. I kind of spent like I wandered around for a little bit, but then I was hungry. And so we went out to lunch and we wandered around the hall. There were a lot of kind of live games, like games that they had there with decorations. They had a lot of photo spots. And that was kind of neat. When our army presses their palm against the right side, the X only covers the... What do you mean? Okay. I'll show you. You'll know. But yeah, so we wandered around the hall. There was a lot of kind of, they had like a crystalline conflict kind of booth that you could do. There was a dancing green booth. So there was like this entire dance floor and it had like stack AoEs. I didn't actually watch it for an extended amount of time, but like a lot of people had fun doing that. You would reenact that entire fight from normal and savage where you would kind of dodge the AoEs on the dance floor and stack up and stuff like that. Like that was really cool just to see even just a little bit of. There was a lot of energy coming from that section of the floor. And there were several other things, like there was a Graha Tia gondola photo op spot. That line was always like 17 million people long. Same thing for the Dancing Green one and the Crystalline Conflict one. And there were some other smaller lines and stuff like that. They had like a little lounge, like Solution 9 lounge. I also feel like the friend list needs to be readjusted anyway, since we're getting region PF, because that won't work if your friends on another DC show is missing in limbo or whatever it was called again. Yeah, exactly, Finn. Also, Blade, thank you for checking in. I heard things happen in the gondola photo op. Oh, yeah. Things, I mean, I don't doubt that things happened in there. Also, thank you for checking in, Axel. The gondola. Okay. I did see a tweet of things that happened in the gondola photo op, and it was kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest, but also terrible. I'm glad that I was not in that line at the time. Oh man. You got 2 orders of Jollibees? Yee-hee! I'm sad I missed out on Jollibees. I have 3 regrets from FanFest. 1, day 1 was a rush. 2, Jollibees. 3, Requiem Cafe. And those are my 3 regrets. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Blade! Oh my god! Yay! I need to pay you back for that. Thank you so much. I will pay you back. Also, let me know how the drink is, because I was curious how the Warrior of Light drink is there. It was and Audra's as well. Yeah, I'll let him know if you didn't let him know. I can let him know. He's doing Pathfinder at the moment in the other room, but I will let him know. Thank you so much. He seemed confused. Audra is always confused. That's his skill. But yeah, so day one we kind of ended. I didn't end up being able to do any of the line based stuff. Oh, but you know what I did do though? I did win a meet and greet ticket, which was big for me because I never win those things. And I got a meet and greet with Foxclon and Matt Hilton. I can't share the picture for obvious reasons, but yeah, I got to go with them. I took out my like Scree plushie and held my Scree plushie up with them. And I got a nice picture with them. They're like the community manager and director. So yeah, that was neat. And yeah, we kind of just chilled. We had the piano concert to end off the first day, and it was really good. Amanda Aiken was singing for a lot of the singing stuff the singing stuff, and Keiko was on piano for the entire thing. The Warrior of Light drink is good. How is like what does it taste like? I need to know what it tastes like. Is it like sweet? Is it like a soda? I was so curious about that. But yeah, we did Keiko was doing the piano and Amanda Aiken came out, and she's like she's like their main vocalist that they bring out for the piano things, and she has some vocal of her own vocals in the game as well. And she performed oh no. My brain's not working. She performed Be My Honey. But like that song, just a reference, is normally pretty high pitched. But she I still dreamed of that Be My Honey cover. Me too. She took that entire cover, which was high pitched, and I was like, how's she gonna do this? She's kind of got like a deeper voice, and she turned it into sexy Be My Honey, and I'm like, yes! Yes! I really wish that was publicly available. If it is ever, I agree with you, Blade, when we were talking about it at the convention. If that is ever released as an orc roll, I need sexy Be My Honey.
Step on me, please.
Yes. Step on me, please. That is exactly. But yeah, so we did the piano concert, and that was really fun. We both were saying that. I just wanted to step on me. But yeah, and then we kind of, I think I was like, oh, we'll do stuff after the convention. Maybe we can do stuff after we're done for the day. I went home and passed out. Didn't happen. Unfortunately, but you know what? That's okay. So the next morning, we had a little bit more time because they had the PvP tournament going on. That's not my field house, so we kind of arrived a little bit later, around like 9-ish, 10-ish, and we did the streamer meetup. Alka and Zwan held a streamer meetup thing. So I got to talk to some Final Fantasy XIV content creators and actually walk around that morning, not just with the streamers, but with various people. And I did a small amount of sticker trading. I didn't bring any Warrior of Light stickers myself. But oh damn it. Okay. There is an ad that's about to start in 50. Oh, you snoozed it. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for snoozing it. Okay, so I can talk about it for a little bit longer then. So I was wandering around, and I did the sticker exchange with both these streamers and kind of other people who had brought their Warrior of Light stickers. That's actually a very big thing at Fanfest. People will bring their sticker sheets, and they will they will print stickers of their Warriors of Light and take them to trade with other people for their Warrior of Light stickers. And so I forgot that it was happening. I'm going to be straight up honest. So I was like, I have nothing to trade, but I do have my Remy stuff. So maybe I can trade my Remy pins and my Remy buttons and sticker sheet and my Oh yeah, I had 2 different types of stickers, but I only had a few of the big stickers. I had my sticker sheets though. I got those reprinted. So yeah, I traded those. And I think at this part of the, I wanted to actually share those. This is actually why my entire stream was late. I had intended to start talking about this earlier, but I wanted to actually do a proper show and tell this time. So I'm hoping that this doesn't go horrifically wrong. Give me 1 second here. Actually, do you mind if I go ahead and run the ad break now so that we don't run into that? When we get back, I will go ahead and do a show and tell, which I have never done. I've done the cooking stuff on stream, of course, but this is the first time I've done something at my desk. So I had to figure out the logistics of that, but I think I had kind of figured it out. But yeah, we will do it after the ad break. Yeah, see you guys in a couple of minutes, and then we will get to it. All right. Get up, get something to drink, get something to eat, go to the bathroom if you need, and I shall see you guys in 3 minutes. All right, I hope my camera hasn't been knocked. Okay, it appears like it hasn't been. But yeah, let's see how well this goes. That's my mouse wire. Woo. Okay. I actually forgot to unpause my music, but okay. One thing I could go over because I didn't get a chance to is I'm going to just yeah. So this was the bag that they gave for FanFest this year. I didn't get to. They do this exchange every single year. So this year it was kind of like a smaller bag, but it was still it's still pretty cute. I didn't actually use this myself, but a lot of my Airbnb mates did because it was quite convenient. It's a little baggy bag. And I did store all of my stickers and stuff in this on the way back. So I don't know if it's actually zoomed out enough that you can see. I don't know. Just turn it over. It's quite a basic little bag. And they also gave... Oh, whoops. Hold on. Oh no, everything fell out. Everything fell out. God damn it. How did this one thing get muted? Okay. Thank you for telling me. That's not frustrating at all. I don't know how that happened. Okay. How long have I been muted for? Have I been muted the entire time I swapped over? Now I'm wondering what caused it to be muted. I presented the bag. Okay. I don't know how I got muted then. That's so weird. What happened? That's mysterious. You never heard me again. I may have been sitting here adjusting volume for a minute or two, thinking it was on my end. Well, thank you for pointing it out. That I don't even know how that happened. I didn't touch anything. But yeah. So for these, I showed the bag. I shared the hat. I was saying I don't really wear hats, but I was pointing out the Urianger in particular. Just wear it for Urianger. Okay. But yeah, and then they also gave a trading cards out. They gave one trading card of the Scion, of one of the Scions, and then like a little thing to check out their website for people who are into the God, it won't focus. For people who are into the trading card game. So this was not the card that I started with. I'm gonna be honest. I got here through blood, sweat, and tears. The card that I got at first was Kryl. And for anybody who doesn't play the game actively, that is a Lalafell, and I am to be fair, I do like Cryle, but I don't want. She's not my favorite Scion. I'm also a bit of a Lalafell hater, so I was like, will anybody trade with me? Anybody trade, please, please, anybody trade. I got, like, this is Urianger. I did not start with this card. So everybody in the Airbnb, we had like 3 people that got Graha Tia, which is like the big prize, I guess, one for a lot of people. A lot of people are Graha enjoyers. There was a person that got Y'shtola. And I was like, well, and does any of you want to trade with me? Any of you? Please, do you want Cryle? What if you got Cryle? And they're like, no, I don't think so. And then there was one person that was like, I have Tataru and I want Cryle. And I'm like, Tataru is literally, I like less than Cryle. That's the other Lalafell. There are 2 Lalafell options. And I'm not, Tataru is the less of the Lalafell options. So no, I don't want it. And then Raz was like, I have Urianger. And I was like, do you want Cryle? And he's like, no, but I do want Tataru. And so then I'm like, but wait, what if we did a 3-way trade? Because I just don't want a Lalafell. And I do like Urianger, actually. So, and you don't want my Cryle, but you do want... He actually wanted Tataru, and Mocha wanted Cryle, and I was like, okay. Trade plan. I trade Cryle for your Tataru, and then Raz, you trade me Tataru for Urianger. And then we were all satisfied. Tataru is a little scary. Exactly. I don't want to mess with Tataru. I feel like this is like a bounty on me. The moment you have the Tataru like card, she's probably got people watching you. I don't know. It's a Lalafell. Like, Lalafells are scary. But yeah, so I got the Urianger card finally. I am happy with that. So yeah, they gave a card out, and the last thing they gave out, which I have not had the chance to open. Yeah, Lalafells collect kneecaps. Specifically, we know a kneecap collector. Okay, hopefully it's not too... Oh, that is super shiny. Let me take the wrapper off of this, actually. The last thing that they gave was a sticker sheet booklet, which for a lot of people who do the Warrior of Light sticker trade, this was kind of like, they were like, are they finally acknowledging us? Like the sticker trade. So a lot of people were using the Final Fantasy like actual like sticker booklet thing here to do their trades in. It came with a few by default. So these are the ones that it came with. And then the rest of the space was for you to do the Warrior of Light sticker trade, which people did in abundance. I didn't get to talk to as many people as I would have liked to. I'm still too hermity for my own good. But I was seeing some people on Twitter who had exchanged like 500 plus stickers, which is crazy to me. But I did do some a sticker trade while I was there, primarily with the streamer meetup, and then with a few different Warriors of Light. Oh, I did forget about this though. Before we go to that, they also gave these pins. So the pins are cute. There's a little Loperit there, and Alpha, Moogle, and the Corn. The Corn Savant, the Corn Saint. But yeah, getting into the actual sticker trade thing, maybe this is good because it gives me an opportunity to put stickers in myself. Oh, yeah. This is not related, but Final Fantasy XIV has been doing a collaboration with Jollibee. And that's what Blade was talking about earlier. This is what I was asking him about. I want to know what this drink tastes like. It gives you an emote for the chicken and for like getting the box. And so I didn't get the chance to have that, but at the same time, thank you, Blade, for hooking me up with the emote. Enjoy your chicken. But yeah, I thought I would go over some of these stickers I received, and maybe I can put them into my book afterwards. Yeah. Not all of them have handles and everything, so... But yeah, here's some of the stuff I received. This one's very cute. She's got a Monster Energy drink. I feel like this must be some sort of reference. I wonder if I can... Can I get this to focus better? Focus. Come on. No. We shall not focus around here. But yeah, there's this Vieira lady. Oh, I ran into Jollibee Lovely during the convention, and they were giving out Jollibee sticker sheets. Here, Phil, think Jollibee. I thought this was really funny. The Jollibee Lovely cosplayer was actually really good. I was like, that's amazing. I saw her on Twitter, and I was like, there's a Jollibee Lovely around here? And then I was like, that's crazy. And then I walked out to go to the bathroom, and then I saw her, and I was like, you're kidding me. I literally just saw her on Twitter, and there she is in the flesh. The Jollibee Lovely. But yeah, let's share some other stickers I got. This one's really cool. It's like a reflective holographic. I need to not be careful not reflect it into my face. Who is this? Zephyr Daora from Exodus. I don't know if it'll zoom, enhance, zoom. Oh well. Oh, there it goes. For a second, for like 2 seconds. Come on, focus, baby. I don't know how to... This is so... It's jank. That's a, raw. This one was really cool. They printed out a minion guide. So this is like what you, this is like a little bit of your inventory that you would, kind of navigate to, to pull out a minion. And so they gave, like, a few minions in there. I like this Yan. I'm a huge Yan fan. Oh. No, I'll do that one last. Oh, this is the sticker that they provided you with initially. This wasn't from a Warrior of Light, but this is, like, the official's, like, Meteor main character sticker that they gave for the convention itself. To kind of encourage you to actually use the sticker book. I wonder if I can force this thing to focus somehow, dude. Come on, focus. Just yell at it till it does it. I had an incident occur with this one here. This was during the streamer meetup that I got this one. This one is so cute. This one's also from Zephyr Daora. So she gave multiple stickers out. And I was trying to stuff them into my bag. And this one fell, and she was like, my baby! And I was like, I'm so sorry, I mishandled your baby! I will never drop her again, she's so cute, I'm so sorry. That was my mistake. It will never happen again, I swear. I had the opportunity to meet... Quan23, who is a 14 streamer that has like a Namazu avatar. Oh, hold on. So he has his stream team Namazu here. And then I think he had more than that as well. He gave a few things actually. So he's got his Namazu on the DJ booth, and with the fans. And then he also gave did a keycap handout. So he was kind of like it was like a keycap raffle thing, and I drew. He's like, you just grabbed right from the top, and I'm like, yep. I'm gonna be honest, I saw the color at the top, and I'm like, I want this color. I'm a fan of this color. So I have this Namazu. You can't see it very well because it's refusing to focus, but zoom in. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's perfect. Namazu. If I bring these right up, will they enhance better? Oh yeah, that's all I had to do. Oh, now I can go back and share all the rest and have them actually visible with my shaky hands. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah. Eh. We don't zoom in the Warrior of Light. He refuses. Come on. Come on, you know you want to enhance. You know you want to enhance on that. No. The Warrior of Light says, no, we're not going to enhance today. But maybe this one? Yes. These are so cute. They're kind of a little stained glassy as well, which is neat. Maybe I can get this one too. Yay! And I also got, this was not from Quan, but I wanted to keep it in the same packet because it's so small. Man, that one really doesn't want to zoom either. Come on, do it. I'm gonna bring this keycap in front to trick it. Come on. You know you wanna look at it. Tricked. It's a little Graha with the floaty, with the cactar floaty. There you go. And this one I think you could see very well anyway, because it was actually working with me the whole time. What else have I got in here? Oh yeah, these ones I can share separate. Oh yeah, I met Pimpy. That was cool. His was cute as well. Oh yeah, and then I didn't. I'm gonna have to grab it, but there was somebody there that was giving Sprout hair clips. So I put, like, even though I have long not been a Sprout, I was wearing the Sprout ear clip for the rest of the day on day 2. You should not be doing your dailies and trying to watch this. Oh no! Be careful! Be careful! There's one more thing I can grab. I think I already have it on this. I had the I was able to, I don't even know how I managed to get this home. I'm gonna be honest. I was really afraid this would get crushed because it's so fragile. But somebody was giving out Elpis flowers. And I cannot get this to, you know what? Trick it with the other stickers again. Come on, focus, baby, focus. There. But yeah, like, it's very, very, very delicate. So I was very worried about this making it home on the plane, but somehow it did. It made it home. Oh man. Keycap. Keycap seems to be the most consistent. Show the keycap. Yeah, so this was really neat. It was a little bit inefficient to hold it all day, but it's so pretty that I really couldn't, like, resist. Like, I was like, no, this has got to go home with me. So I do have another Elpis flower that's, like, official merch. So I have this one on display next to that one. And then, also on day 2, one second. I had the opportunity to meet up with, this is a little bit later, this was towards the Primals concert, but I had the opportunity to meet up with Himi. And, that was, one of my static members from, not this tier, but, like, this last tier, but the tier before that. M5 through 8. And we also progged through together, so that was nice. I got to meet Himi. She was my stack my partner during a lot of the mechanics. Come on. Okay, keycap. Focus on the keycap. Focus on the keycap. There we go. This seems very consistently working. If I just show keycap, it actually wants to work with me. Okay. And then... there you go. So these were cute things I got from Himi. And then there was this guy who had a sign that said, like, it was like from the Vamp Fatale, like for people who've done the current raid series, there was the BDSM boss who is Vamp Fatale, and then it was just talking about, I just want a muscular, like, what am I doing if I can't watch a muscular woman crush somebody else? Oh, what are you linking, Flux? Links don't work in chat, sorry. Oh, not a link? Okay, okay. I don't know what it tried to hide then, but yeah, the BDSM boss, he was wearing a fan, like a sign with a direct quote from the game about a fan that's into muscular women. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Can I take a picture of you? So I did take a picture of him. I don't have that right now, but he turned out to be a VTuber as well. So I exchanged our merch with each other, and his model's actually really cool. I caught his stream of him sharing his Fanfest get stuff. I think he got like over 300 stickers, which is crazy. Come on, do the thing. Yeah, his model's really cool. I would definitely, if you can give Jipu VT a watch, give him a go. Yeah, it's cool. His stuff is cool. Like, his model's really cool. I'll give him a shout out. He doesn't know who I am, and I don't know who he is properly, but I did watch his stream and he seemed pretty cool, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. And I also loved his signboard. His signboard was so funny. There you go. He was last playing Street Fighter 6, it seems. But yeah, give him a check out. That signboard was so funny. That made my day. I love the hair and glasses. I'll embarrass you and say you sent me. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm incognito. I'm incognito. You can't do that. And lastly, I don't have any other stickers. I wish I had done more sticker exchange, but I didn't really, like I said, I'm a bit of a hermit. So me even going out is kind of rough. But I do have my wristband. I managed to get out. Okay. For the wristbands, I talked about the wristband earlier when I was talking about checking in for FanFest, and they were designed so you could not slip them off, which I challenged and managed to get mine off after FanFest without destroying it. So here is my FanFest wristband. Yeah, a lot of people were having to cut them open or like destroy this thing here. I managed to get this, like, to slip it off, and like I only almost broke my thumb. But we didn't break our thumb, so that's good. But yeah, Adventurer FanFest. Come on. Okay. Keycap. Keycap, do your work. Yeah, we're unstoppable around here. Why is this keycap so good at like making things focus? I mean, right now it's not, but there. I'm gonna just add Quan saying like this keycap is the ultimate like camera focuser, and I can't explain why this thing in particular is so good at it. I don't know. But yeah, so that was kind of my mini haul from FanFest. I'm gonna put these all in the book later, aside from like the things that clearly, can't be in a book, but my takeaway from all of this is that I need to commission chibi art of my wall. That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually do have art of my Warrior of Light, and I could have put it on a sticker, but did I? Did I have forethought? No, I didn't even remember that there was a sticker exchange until like a week before, and I'm like, there's no time, and I also don't have money to do that right now. But it's all currently stored in my FanFest bag. Let me put the rest of this stuff away too. But yes, next FanFest, we need to come prepared. We need to have our Warrior of Light stickers so we can actually participate in the wall sticker exchange. Technically, you do have a chibi art, Axel. It's the same one that you've been using for a for like a while for Fujitech. Yeah. True, but more. Yes, needs more chibi. But yeah, so I did all of that kind of in like the morning / early afternoon, and then around 2 p.m. they held a panel for the music of Final Fantasy XIV, which I was let me swap back over so I don't we limit the possibility of doxing myself or the face reveal I didn't ask for. I'm not wholly done with the show and tell. I have a little bit more later, but yeah, so we went to like my favorite panel of the entire convention. I'm gonna be honest, was the music panel where they discussed how they end up making the music of the game. Specifically, Koji Fox did. He's like the main localization guy, but he happens to also be the lead singer of the Primals and the main lyric writer. Alongside Soken doing the music. So he explained the process of like how it gets written, which they usually kind of wait until the which is kind of interesting as well. They wait until the scenario is almost entirely developed before they even start doing the music, which is against what a lot of game development actually does. But they want to know basically what the atmosphere of the fight is and what the fight is actually about before they start making the music. Which is always why it's so on point. It was such an interesting panel. And then they went over like some of the lyrics that he wrote and some of like the meanings behind the lyrics and like why he chose specific lyrics for certain songs. And then like kind of Easter eggs on music. That they did a really cool part of there where like of the segment where they were talking about Escape, which is a song like that, the song that's used for Omega 011. And he was talking like Koji was talking about how basically they only had time for him to write 2 verses, and he wrote his 2 verses for the song, and then they moved on. Well, and then he sent it over, and then I guess there's such little time that sometime in between the oh, hold on, I'm just holding my coffee in my hand and nearly spilled it. Sometime in between there and the music is really good though. Yes. Sometime in between that and the game and the song actually coming out in game, Soken was like, "Oh, we need a 3rd verse. The song is now longer and we need a 3rd verse, but I don't really want to. I want to just hurry it along, so I'm just gonna copy and paste the 1st verse of Escape into the 3rd verse. So it's the same verses there twice." And Koji was he said he was really pissed about that. Which, understandable if you have an opportunity to write another verse and you don't get to. So what he had us do, like he actually had some audience participation on this, and he said, "Hey, I would like us to write the 3rd verse that I didn't get to write." And so the audience came up with the 3rd verse. And then he actually sang it live during the Primals concert. He sang when he got to Escape. The 3rd verse he sang was the audience participated. The audience made lyrics for Escape for the 3rd verse, which was really cool. I hope that he does it for. We're not gonna get to see it because it's the Primal, like the Primals concert is like a paid for part of the stream. The rest of like the actual stream itself for FanFest is free, but the piano concert and Primals is paid for, but he did it during the Primals concert, and it was so cool. Yeah, he's super talented. Honestly, like, you can feel the passion coming off of the people who make Final Fantasy 14, which is really, really nice. So yeah, they did do that. And then Iron Mouse actually did a performance. Like, they brought in Iron Mouse to do a few songs from the game, which was really yeah. They did. You can actually look it up. Yeah, Iron Mouse was there. She was there for the part of the music panel. She didn't really speak too much during the panel itself, but like, she had an entire like 3D model made, an entire like, she sang 3 songs from the game. She sang Give It All from M4. She sang Sinister, which was the Vamp Fatale BDSM lady song, and she sang Return to Oblivion, which, for anybody who was watching me prog for any length of time, that's like the last song in Fru, and it's also the main song from E8S. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, she had like her 3D model was kind of like an aura mixture of herself and an aura. I wish it wasn't quite so bassy, but apparently on stream the volume was like, the actual audio was okay, but it was a little bit bassy in public, like the rest of the thing. But honestly, it was really cool to have like an Iron Mouse performance there. Oh. So yeah, they did that. They did afterwards they had a Q&A panel with Yoshi P, where he answered questions, and they had a roll of dice, and like 2 of the numbers meant he would get an easy question to answer. 2 of the numbers meant he would get a medium question, and 2 of the rolls meant he would get a hard question. And they were audience chosen questions that they had kind of pre-categorized. And he kept rolling the hard question like almost every time, and he's like, is this dice rigged? Is it rigged? It was more rigged than the Twitch raffles. Yes, Axel, it was so funny. That dice was hella rigged. The funniest thing of that entire panel was just like, he rolled a hard question, and it just comes up on the screen, and it just says butt slider with like no capitalization or anything. And he was just like, there was an entire meme format that spawned from it, because he just like, everyone was trying to explain it to him what they meant, because he doesn't speak a whole lot. Like, English is his first language, of course. He primarily speaks Japanese. But just got 4 stacks because I completely lost focus. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he like pointed at it and was like, "What? Do you know Lahi?" Yeah. Also, hi Daigo. How's it going? How are you doing? But yeah, everybody was like, "Well," and people were like, long hair and butt, like, and butt slider, and he was like, "That's so hard to do. It'll clip." And they're like, "It didn't clip on Xenos." And then he was like, "You guys are degenerates." He was like gesturing to his ass and his back, and everybody was laughing because it was just the visual humor of it was so beautiful. This man was disgusted by the NA players and our desire for ass and long hair. I'm well chillin', waiting for a friend to finish downloading a game. Oh, what game are you gonna play? I'm curious. But yeah, so then there was the oh, I didn't mention this. Like, there was an incident that happened. I'm not gonna go deeply into this because it's relatively private, but there was like I ran into it, like I did go to the bathroom at one point, and then there was like somebody having a freak down, an entire like breakdown in there, which was crazy, and they had to call staff for their privacy. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I was like, damn, what did I walk into here? Overwatch. Oh, I've never played Overwatch. But I think people have told me don't get into Overwatch. Don't do it for your sanity. But yeah, then we went to the Primals concert, and as we were waiting for it to happen, I got to meet Himi, and she and I traded stickers and stuff. Oh, you know what I didn't actually share? Well, if I can find it. 1 second. Uh-oh. Guys, I lost it! Oh no! It's around here somewhere. Okay. So let me swap back over to hand cam. Hopefully it hasn't gone awry because I think I accidentally whacked it. It is a little weird. Okay. It's fine. One thing that I didn't exchange except to like a couple of friends, we exchanged it primarily with our Airbnb group. Is that aside from the sticker sheets and the big Remy sticker and the pin that I was handing around, one thing that we did make specifically for our friends, and like we made a couple of extra copies, was this Darian and Remy badge, which came out very cute. It's a squishy little badge. I don't know, can it focus? Am I gonna need to grab the keycap again? Hello? I'm gonna have to grab the keycap, aren't I? Magic keycap, where are you? Eh. There it is, the keycap of destiny. Okay. Now, with the power of the keycap. Zoom, enhance. Zoom, enhance. Juan, show us the way. There we go. Yeah, it's not perfect because there's a little bit of bleed in, but at the same time, we did put a design on the side. But yeah, it's a squishy little badge, and so if any of our friends got angry at me or Darian, they could be like, I might see if maybe we can print a couple of extras so I can give them at I'll talk about them in a second. But yeah, come on, zoom better, zoom better. No. But yeah, this is the same artist who did our who did my emotes and a lot of Darian's emotes. I do recommend working with her. Her name is Doraling. She is the nicest person ever. Let me link her Twitter actually. Okay. Doraling deserves all the love. She worked with us on very short notice to make that. And it came out so cute. So definitely it as my emo artist and as the artist for that, like she's a lovely person to work with. She's super fast, she's very professional. Definitely recommend working with her. So yeah. Let me go back again. Oh no, I think we're almost done with yeah, we went to the Primals concert and that was really good. And then they did the let me swap over to my browser again in a second here. One thing that's kind of neat about Primal's concerts, to anybody who hasn't been to one, not that they have, there's a lot of opportunities to, but there's this thing that they do during the song Rise, which is the song they play during God, my brain's just not working very well here. It's the song that for Alexander. And basically the Alexander's entire thing is that he like controls time. And so there's a part of the Rise song and like during the actual game itself where the song changes and like it's like completely, and then time stops, and then it resumes, and then time starts again. And during the concert, what will happen is that it will get to the time stop part, and everybody who's waving their light sticks and everything will all stop together, and the entire crowd will collectively just cease and stand still for the entire duration of of the time stopped part of the song, and then just resume. And it's so cool to watch that happen live. I'm so glad that I was able to catch that. Actually be able to watch the Primals concert this time, because last time in Vegas I actually couldn't see. I had like a million people that were over 6 feet tall in front of me, and there were so many of them that I couldn't see both the band nor any of the screens. So it was like I just had to listen to the concert, and I couldn't even see any screens, any of the band or anything. But this time I was able to. So let me see if I can find a video of that. I know people had posted that. Okay, now that I'm not driving. It's a blue raspberry punch. Oh, I'm so jealous. Okay, I think this will work. So I'll go back to sharing my screen in a second here. Okay. Let me share my browser. This is what that's actually... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up, I forgot something. I forgot to unmute the tab. A travesty was about to occur. Okay. It's blue raspberry. I want the blue raspberry. Ah, I'm so jealous. But yeah, basically that part, like, I think it's even better live, but basically it looks like this, and it's so cool. Ow. This wasn't the actual concert route, but like... It's so cool! That's like literally one of the coolest things I've ever seen live, actually. It's such like a cool gimmick. They actually did have a, they did have a, apparently I didn't see this, but at the Las Vegas concert, they had 5 screens, and Audra was telling me that they had a piece of Alexander's body on each screen, just kind of looking like it was emerging from the screen, which sounds really cool. I just wish I could have seen it. I didn't see any of that concert. But, yeah, Exodia! The pieces of Exodia Alexander. Yeah. But But yeah, so that was, and that with that FanFest ended, but we still had a couple more days to hang out. Because we had tried to kind of book a little bit more time this time, because the FanFest before this, we kind of just booked for FanFest only and then just got the hell out of there. But we wanted a little bit more time to hang out with friends this time. So the day after FanFest ended, we all just kind of, some of us took a trip out to Little Tokyo. Which was cool because some people, I had been there before, so I knew what to expect, but some of our friends had not. And for anybody who hasn't been to Little Tokyo, it is basically the Weeb Central in LA. So you can buy a whole lot of all of your Weeb merchandise. They have a lot of pop-up cafes there. They had a One Piece cafe, but I didn't go in it. But Darian was like, "Oh my god!" Wait, did I book off? Oh, which one's book off? Was it the bookstore? Because I think that we wanted to go there, but we didn't have time. Yeah, Melon Cream Soda Gang. Yes, we did get Melon Cream Soda. And we did that last time. They have a place called Koraku Ramen there, and it's so good. But we didn't have enough time to go get food because we already had food plans later on, and we didn't want to spoil our appetites. But we did get Melon Cream Soda there, and we convinced even the people that were like, I don't really want it. And we're like, you're gonna get Melon Cream Soda with us. So we all collectively, like, I think we had 7-ish people in the car, and we all got Melon Cream Soda. It's the second-hand anime/video game, etc. store. Oh yeah, then I think we did go in there because Audra wanted to go in there. They had a teal N64 console in there, and if I wasn't, if I was both closer to home and also not trying to save money, in my current unemployed state, I would have purchased that N64 because I'm a sucker for teal. So, but yeah, we went and I picked up several things from there as well, which I do want to share because I think I mentioned one of them before, but at least one of them is relevant to a future stream. So let me swap back over to webcam. Okay. So first off, I went into a figurine store with Audra. There's a figurine store that I really wanted to go into because it's funny enough here. You could say I'm a fan of Persona 3. This is a Persona 3 playmat. I have Persona 3 keycaps here. And there was supposed to be 2 years ago, when I last went to, like, Anaheim, like, LA in general. We had gone to Little Tokyo for the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth concert, orchestra concert. And I visited Little Tokyo for the first time then. And there was a Persona 3 figurine at the time that was about to release that I really wanted to get, but it hadn't released at the time. I did go back into that store just to check to see if they had it. They did not have it. And I searched around for something that maybe I would want that was small. I did find something, actually. My greatest pickup from that line of stores is the FF14 Collector's Edition statue for... They had the Collector's Edition statue? That's crazy. Oh, man. I really want the Shiva statue in emote, actually. But I hear they still sell those in Japan. But you got it for... How much was it? But I found the one singular Final Fantasy XIV thing in the entire figurine store. It wasn't even a figurine. It's Larry. It's Larry the Spriggan. Which is funny because this was this guy popped up in Iron Mouse's concert, which I didn't get it for that reason. I just wanted Larry. Darian also loves Spriggans. She names all of hers Jerry, Larry, Terry, and Barry and stuff like that. So this one is affectionately named Larry. I picked him up first. Spriggan Gaming, yes, absolutely. So now I have my own little Spriggy Wiggy. And And then as I was walking out of the figurine store, I didn't realize, but there was like a second half of the store that was dedicated to Gunpla. And that is actually what I'm going to bring up for a later stream. I cannot. Okay. There we go. So it's a little bit, unfortunately, during transport back to home, she did get a little bit knocked up. Oh, that is not the terminology I should be using. Oh, dear God. She got a little bit beat up. Oh, dear God. I've made a mistake. Whoops. Okay, she got a little bit beat up on the flight home. No, you can't. I'll never live it down. I'll never live it down. No way. No way. Okay. So I got this this Gunpla that Daigo and I talked about. She's like this little kind of angelic figure. She's super cute, and I'm super excited to build her on stream. She is not knocked up, I promise. But yeah, so I've never built Gunpla before, so I am looking forward to building a Girlpla. She's cute. I also got some nippers because I didn't have nippers. But yeah, that was like my big haul, but I did get a couple more small things too. Uh-oh. And they have fallen out everywhere. Okay. Here are the nippers I got. So, I got a solid pair, I think. This should work, hopefully, for our needs. So, that is officially... I had always planned for it to be on the menu, but it is officially now on the menu for sure. Aside from that, I went to a I went to kind of like a knick-knack store, and I got some cute thingies here. Let me go fish them out of here. First of all, I got several erasers. This guy is very important, as anybody who knows that I'm obsessed with seals. This is a seal eraser. So I got a little seal, and then I went on a eraser buying extravaganza, and I bought this pack of erasers as well. So now I have desserts everywhere. And then I went with Karma and I both we went to like this gachapon store, and I really, really wanted, like, we both wanted the same machine, fortunately. Hey, where are you going, Flux? Are you going to LA or different convention? The merch buying stuff is fun. Yes. But yeah, Karma had already gone there to try that machine. And he didn't get the one that he was hoping for. But he did have a spare token left, and he gave that to me and said, "Hey, you can try 3 times." And what happened was it took me, and I really wanted it because they're like one of the prizes, because it was like they're like these coffee cups with little foam animals in them, and one of them was a seal, and I was like, I have to get the seal. This is important. This is vital to my daily living that I get this coffee cup seal. So I put them in and I rolled. And the first one, I got this this teacup Pomeranian. And I was like, well, that's not what I want, but it is cute. And then on the second token, I got a teacup cat, which wasn't what I wanted either. But you know what? It was actually what Karma wanted. So I was like, you know what? This already pays you back for the token that you gave me, because this is the one that you wanted. And on the third one, I got him. You know, I don't know what my mascot would be yet. I haven't designed one. I feel like I should at some point. And I feel like the seal is relevant to me. I just unfortunately didn't make it very relevant to my model. I think I was thinking, like, for at least for model stuff, as far as that goes, like an owl would be a good mascot because of the Dream Eater thing, like some sort of owl. But I had already passed that on to a different OC within, like, kind of the lore of the world. So, but yeah, let me share the Gachapon haul. They're in here. If I can open it. Yeah, there we go. They're so baby. So Karma also got the same Pomeranian, and I gave him the cat one. But there's a little Pomeranian in the teacup. I'm bringing the keycap out again. Tapir could work since those are Dream Eaters and JP Mythos. Yeah, I'm not a huge, like, I don't really like their design though. So I was thinking of like I could maybe we could make a cute Tapir somehow, but maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. But hold on. Yeah, I've kind of like, I'm not sure about using a tapir, but I mean, if we could make the design cute, a dream seal, we could have little dream seals. I'd be down for that. Or like some sort of bird, I think would be very fitting for Remy. And this was this was the grand prize. I needed him. Let me put him in his coffee cup. No, not the pet Darien. No. Darian's her own person. She's not a pet. Come on, focus. This is baby. Oh, he does come out of the coffee cup easily, though. They're meant to be interchangeable, so if you wanted to put them in different teacups, you can. But the problem is that makes it a little bit dodgy. It could be very cute. Actually, I'm kind of down for the dream seal. That would be very me. Damn. Come on, focus. Focus on Namazu. Man. Does not want to focus. It insists on the mouse. Come on, focus on the Namazu. No. But yeah, it's super cute. Oh, there we go. So I got these little guys. Let me snooze this one more time. And then, lastly, I think the other thing I got was we went to this store for gacha games. And they were doing a whole lot of gacha merchandise sales for like all sorts of gacha games, like Genshin and Honkai and Wua. And I think they had Reverse 1999 and several other ones that not all of them I'm familiar with, but yeah, they had this bag if you bought merchandise there. You can't really see it very easily, but it's a cute little bag. It's got Zani on it, yes. I picked up my wife, and my friends had to stop me. My friends actually had to stop me because they were like, I was like, I can't find her anywhere. I need merch of her. I'm in the store and there's none of her in here. And I'm so sad about it. But finally, I found a coaster of my wife. Oh, this is super reflective. Oh, that's scary. How can I share this and not dox myself? There. I think that's about the best I can do. But yeah, this is a coffee mat. And then I was on a debate. Darian actually had to stop me. Oh, there's the other one of the badge. Okay, I didn't lose it then. Darian had to stop me because I was literally debating between whether I wanted to get a standee or a keychain, and I was like, what if I bought both of them? And it's just literally just gonna be like the same art. You know, I'm gonna take this out of it because this is way too reflective. There we go. That's better. So there's this cute standee I have of Shorekeeper now. And you can't see her very well, but I'm too afraid to focus on this. Not even surprised. Why aren't you surprised? Come on. Come on, Quan. One more for the road. Ever since the special scene with me and Shorekeeper, that's exactly what it is. Does everybody remember how hard I simped over Shorekeeper in my bed? But yeah, I can't... Unfortunately, she doesn't... Oh, now it kind of focused, but yes. I almost ended up buying literally the exact same art on both the standee and a keychain, and Darian had to drag me away and said, like, Remy, you're being insane. You're actually out of your mind right now. She dragged me away from all the Shorekeeper merch. You can't afford this, and you're about to buy the same exact art twice. Stop it. You're not well. So she stopped me from making financial choices that I would regret later. Do I really regret it? No, I don't. I have my wife. I don't regret having my wife. They did do a great job of making your heart melt for her. Yeah. That is 100%. I mean, like, I love her so much. And then they also did a, if you bought enough merch, which I did, which by buying that coaster and the standee, they gave you a card. So I got the choice between male or female Rover and I think Luke, and I almost got Luke for Finn, but then I don't know why I didn't get Luke. I should have. Finn is a Luke fan. But I got the Rover one. You can't really see him properly. God, everything's so reflective, it's scary. So, yeah. I didn't find any Alhaitham merch, otherwise I would have picked up a husbando, but at least my wife was there. But yeah, that was my main haul from Little Tokyo. And then we went to just has my mouse out. And then basically we went to a buffet afterwards. We came back and then we went to a buffet, and that was good. It was a Mediterranean buffet. And afterwards we had an extra day chill on Monday where none of us went anywhere. And we did a whole lot of cooking that day. Darian made samosas, which were frickin' delicious, I might add. Oh, you know what we also did? The people in the Airbnb, those of us who had Steam Decks or laptops, turned on our Steam Decks and laptops and got in a light party together and did our daily roulettes together. So I did my roulettes together with I was part of that. Yeah, those samosas were so good. No, we didn't clear fruit. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I tweeted about it, but there was somebody who was at FanFest on the second day and spent the entire day at FanFest, like, on the floor in one of the hallways trying to clear through, and I really genuinely respect that grind. Like, it wouldn't be me, because I'm at FanFest to enjoy FanFest, but there's not a lot of people who can say, oh yeah, I'm a FanFest legend, by the way. They didn't clear. I followed them on Twitter afterwards. They didn't clear, but they did get to like a 0.1% in rage. So they were nearly there. It is some crazy work. There were so many people cheering them on at one point that one of the staff tried to like say, all right, pack it up. And then one of the people watching was like, how many ultimates have you cleared to the staff member? And that made the staff member stop. But yeah, then they did actually like clear the hallway a little bit, but the person was still progging. But yeah, that was crazy. I kept checking in and seeing how they were doing at various points on the second day. So on Monday we were mostly cooking. Darian made samosas. I made the coffee biscuits that I've made before. And then Raz made chicken fried rice. And then I was supposed to make popoto au gratin. But I didn't. And I started it. And then I was also like, I was setting up for Smash. And they're like, when are you going to do the popotos? And I was like, I don't want to do them right now. But I started them. And then as I was starting them, I was all sad, and then Oliver was like, you want to play Smash, don't you? And I was like, I want to play Smash. And then he's like, go play Smash, I'll finish the popotos. And so then I went and I set up the Switch, and we had like 6 of us playing Smash, and it was a lot of fun. I really want more people to play Smash with. That's that's like the first time I played Smash in a long time. I think the last time I played was during Ryo's birthday subathon thing. He invited me to play Smash then, and I was like, yes, I get to play Smash. I get to play Smash. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, all the things everybody made was really good, and it was great to get to hang out with everybody and just chill for a day. But yeah. So that was the trip. And then we did played a couple of games while we were at the house as well. And one of the games we played was like a game where you pick a piece of paper out of the cup, and whatever you get out of the cup, like, you just get a prize from that. I ended up winning. That's another kind of reflective thing. I ended up winning these cat sponges, which is quite fitting for me. So now I'm gonna put these out in the I'm gonna put these out in the kitchen, and I'll have cat sponges to go with all my other cat themed things in the kitchen. It was kind of fitting that it ended up with us, because it could have well ended up with any of the rest of the 10 people at the Airbnb. I think we did a couple rounds. I think we did like 2 rounds. Um, I got I think it was Audra who got this, but he gave this one to me. It's like a bottle coaster, which is also a cat. Oh yeah, he got this one, and he's like, "Here, you can have this one," and I'm like, "Yes, I get the bottle thing." And then funny enough, this one I felt kind of bad for because I had just bought these dessert erasers the day before, and then I won more dessert erasers. So I have a few more of them. And that was like all the things that I have gotten in total from FanFest, except for one more thing. I think we did this exchange, this thing on Sunday. Let me actually just put these away for safekeeping. Okay. The last thing that we all did before we all went to bed. Oh shit. I didn't realize there was an ad break. All right, I'm gonna pause real quick until we get back. So I will go to BRB and then I will finish out the show and tell part. Yeah, be right back. Okay, we should be good. So yeah, just to kind of top it all off at the end. Also, I will hydrate and stretch now because I feel like if you redeem it, you need to know what happened for real. This is good. I can actually I actually have my webcam out. There's my water bottle. Proof that I have it. It is very white. I was looking to replace it with a see-through one again. One of those ones that has the measurements. I had one before, but it kind of like deteriorated. So I have this metal one that I've been using for a while. And It's got like a little metal top. So at some point I need to am I allowed to say I mean, it's just the color of the bottle, right? Sooner or later I'll get another see-through one again, but this one has worked in the interim. But yeah, and then I will stretch too. Okay. So just to end it out, the last thing that we did on Monday night before all of us went to bed, because there was some people that left at like 4 or 5 in the morning to go to their flights, was we did an award ceremony for all of our friends, which Darian and I had planned out. We had each kind of made a decision on what sort of award that we wanted to give to our friends. They were mostly all silly. So the one that, except for like hers and mine, we decided on each other's one. So the one that she decided for me was for best raid guides. We got our little trophies, and we gave little speeches on how we made that decision, and like gave the trophy to each person, and then if they wanted to say something, then they had the floor too. I got best raid guides for having the derpiest raid guides of all time. Anybody who's seen any of my raid guides, to be fair, they do work. They do work. They're very silly. But yeah. This is fine. So yeah, and then Darian got, I think, like the most zoomy, the most zoomiest of zoomers, something like that. I gave to her. And then we gave out awards to all of our friends as well. I'll just mention Audra's because like that one's just anybody who knows Audra. He got most cursed. I was like, he has to get most cursed because he literally just, the worst things always happen to him. And I have, like, both in-game, it's very relevant to in-game and outside of game. The most Canadian. I mean, he's the only Canadian in there, so I guess that would make him most Canadian. But yeah, he more than anything, he's just super cursed, and anything that he says, he's like, wow, this pull's going great. It will immediately go wrong. That pull is over the moment he says that. It's just over. But I know we had, I'm trying to remember in the moment what we gave to everybody. I think we gave like a Tonberry award to Mocha. I'd have to go to my message exchange with Darian. Yes, Blade, you got most chill. We gave best one-liners to Axel because he's so quiet, and then he'll just say something off the cuff really funny. Yeah! It very well-deserved awards for the both of you. Dark got Trollfish King. It was like the troll, like the most devoted trollfish follower, as he kind of posts trollfish everywhere. Raz got most Fantasias. Dorn got the coolest kid, because that's something he says often. Like, you're not in the cool kids club. It's us and the cool kids. Like, he doesn't, like, he's like, yeah, we're the cool kids club. So he got the cool kids club one. Karma got best Steam Decorator, because he's the only guy I know that's actually finished an entire ultimate using a Steam Deck. I still don't know how he did that, but he did do it. Is there anybody that I'm missing? I think that's all of us. But yeah, we all got award rewards, and then we all went to bed and flew home the next day. I had a minor incident because the van that I was in, I never got into a single accident the entire time, but it had damage on the side of it, and I have to deal with that because now I think the insurance is trying to contact me about that, and I'm like, bro, this is like the one time I forgot to take pictures of this van, but I swear to God, this wasn't me. So yeah, otherwise going home was very It was chill. It was you shall be remembered. Yeah, I didn't actually mention that. I had rented a tiny little car for the convention. It was supposed to seat 5, and it was about a like. It did not have a lot of trunk space, and when I went to go check it out, they like check out the car from the rental place. They asked like how many people do you have with you? And I was like, oh, 5. And they're like, do you want this van that we have? And I was like, does it cost any extra money to have this van? And they said no. And then I asked like 3 more times. Like, I think I asked a total of 3 times. I'm like, are you sure it doesn't cost any more money to have this big van? And he's like, nope, it just happens to be lying around if you want to use it. And so we used that van. It seated 7. It was massive. We were able to easily fit everybody's stuff in the trunk. We were able to fit everybody in for the trip to Little Tokyo, and I drove that around. It's just a shame because apparently it had damage, and I forgot to take pictures before I drove it. And so I guess there were some strings attached because now I have to deal with the insurance for it. That was a mistake on my part. I always take pictures and I forgot to take pictures. Which reminds me, if you ever take a rental car, take pictures of the vehicle before you drive it so you're not liable for anything. I think I should still be okay because I took out rental insurance on the car. So I think it should be covered, but I'm gonna have to dispute and just say, hey, like, dude, I didn't get into any accidents. This damage that's on the car, like, had to have been from whoever was driving it previously because it wasn't me. But yeah, so the flight itself back was fine, and then ever since that was so much that we're kind of doing that I've just kind of been dead for like a week and a half. So I do apologize that I haven't been back sooner, but it was a really fun time, and I have been trying to kind of get back on my feet and take care of some stuff now that I've gotten home. Oh yeah, there is the cursed driveway at the Airbnb. It is possible that it happened there, but like I feel like for that amount of damage, we would have heard something bad. Like it would have been particularly loud, you know? So, like it was like whatever that damage was, it was as if like somebody had driven over like a boulder. And I didn't drive over any boulders. But yeah, so I've been dead since then. I have been making plans for things, which I'm probably gonna reveal in the next few days. But yeah, that's the whole Fanfest trip in a nutshell. And it was only 2 hours and 30 minutes of blabbing about it, right? But I hope that at least some of it was interesting. Oh, since I happen to be sharing, it's kind of funny. I am a huge advocate for MMO mouse. I love MMO mouse. I actually use it for my toggles as well. I don't know if you guys knew that, but like I have Alt 1 is my excited eyes. You know, Alt 8 is my sad eyes. So I usually do all of my toggles through my MMO mouse, in addition to playing my MMO through my MMO mouse. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, that is the great Fanfest tale. And hopefully at no point did I accidentally dox myself. I guess I'll watch back the VOD later and be like, aw, damn it, gonna have to private this one. But yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. I miss you as well, Blade. It was such a fun time. We'll have to do this. I mean, maybe we don't have to do it every 3 years, you know? Nothing says that we have to only see each other for FanFest, right? I think we can make more time at some point. I'm down. I just come over and take you guys out to lunch. Yeah, we do have bunks. I say we have bunks. We don't have bunk beds, but we have a spare bedroom, so both of our offices are convertible. You're up? What are you up? Did you fall asleep, Mochi? It's gonna be okay, Mochi. But yeah, I didn't have anything else major planned for the stream today. I just wanted to yap for a little bit. But I do want to thank you guys for joining me. A little bit. Oh no! Mochi, did I send you to sleep? I'm so sorry. Oh god. I see how interesting I was. No, that's fine. If you got any good sleep, that's good. Also, thank you for the resub, Blade. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, it's completely fine. I'm just teasing ya. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and see if anybody else is around. My sleep was actually fixed, and then it wasn't fixed, because now I've been just worrying about this whole insurance thing. For days. Unfortunately. Who can we raid? You know what? Daigo was here and he just started streaming, so why don't we read into Daigo? He's literally in his stream starting screen. I will be putting you guys in good hands. Daigo is a very good bean. Alright. So, thank you guys for all hanging out. Thank you, Mochi. Thank you, Blade. Thank you, Axel. Thank you, Zerk. And Daigo. And Flux. And I know there was a Finn here. Yes, yes. And anybody who I missed who is not in the chat history as well. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. Let me start up the raid. If you are following me and you are not subbed, copy the first message here. And if you're following me and you are subbed, copy the second message. And let's say hi to Daigo. He's about to play some Overwatch with a friend. So, yeah, send him love. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. I believe it's for more Nocia. So we'll be doing a little bit of social deception. It's been a little while since the last time I've played it. So hopefully I still have the logic in my brain. But yeah. Good night, you guys. See you later. Send Daigo love.